Okay, so this is going to be a full trade recap of the trade that we took today, so let's hop right into it. Okay, so this is a glimpse of the trade that we took. The execution labels are off because it's like midnight right now and we're super late at night. But let's just jump right into the trade. Let's keep this as simple as possible because I think simplicity is the best when it comes to this stuff. But the videos that I'm posting on YouTube are going to be short highlighted bits of the actual trade recap, and then the full trade recap recording is going to be hidden behind a paywall that you can get with Blueprint access. So just so everybody knows, the recaps live on the Discord are free to join. You can join them for free. So I highly encourage joining the live recaps for free, but I understand some people aren't able to join whenever I'm doing my recaps. So there will be the free highlights of the trade recap on YouTube, but then the full trade recap will be on Discord in the Blueprint section. We end up getting a SMT down here. Yeah, the lunch lows, actually SMT is this low over here on ES. So if we go to ES, you can see that right next to this no wick sell side generating all these equal lows right here, we're actually putting in some SMT with this right off the bat after we make this SMT and we reject out of this standard deviation zone. I think we had the, where is it from? We have the 60-minute fair value gap that price is tapping into. So after that 15-minute got inverse, I was looking for some sort of retracement back into it, but the candle actually didn't get inverse until this blue or this bullish candle right here inside of macro. So there was actually no retracement into this 15-minute IFEG after it got inverse. And the next target we had was this 5-minute. So after this 5-minute got inverse, you can see we actually ended up taking out one of my draws on liquidity, which was kind of a bummer. But we had another 15-minute fair value gap and a 5-minute stacked on top of each other. And they're sitting right under that 2 to 2.5 standard deviation zone. So I'm looking at this whole level right here as a pretty high probability, a pretty high probability zone right here for price to come into. After we get price to retrace back to this 5-minute, we actually put in this first inverse fair value gap right here, which was the elite entry here. You can see if we would have gotten in on the retracement of this, this would have been a fucking gnarly almost 4-to-1 risk to reward. But unfortunately, I'm a fucking moron and I got way ahead of myself today on my trade. So the first trade that I took was off of an inverse that was way too high up in the range. I took this trade whenever price retraced back into it, and I was just looking for this 15-minute and a little bit of a small risk reward. I think this was literally the whole trade right here. After it touched, it retraced because it made this little kind of pattern right here. We get the 1-minute reversal where price, oh my god, I hate this fucking, price goes up, comes back down, and then we get a closure above this high. Something the price is going to come back into this inverse and then just boost up higher while we still have some timing and price aligning in the market. Boy, was I fucking wrong. As soon as we get in this trade, it just shits through, stops me out. I lose at a full trade loss. So I'm down 250 on the XFA at this point. But I'm looking at this. I see now that we had this, because I didn't even notice this 1-minute first inverse fair value gap down here at the bottom. I didn't even notice that this was down here. So now that I see that price is retracing back to that first inverse fair value gap, I'm like, fuck, okay, this is a way better entry. So now I entered off of the closure of another inverse through this 1-minute, because this was like another mech entry right here, like, you know, respect one inverse another. It's a mech. So I actually entered this trade, I think around here. I don't remember exactly, but I was trying to enter off of the rejection out of this inverse fair value gap, but my fill that I got was fucking diarrhea. But my stop was still at this low that put in on this inverse fair value gap. So I'm in here. You can see price is trading. It ended up trading up through this 1-minute inverse right here. And then I ended up scaling into another entry, I think, around that area. So at this point, I was in like 7 micros, I think. But then price just started consolidating and coming back to that 1-minute inverse very close. And it almost stopped me out. I held the trade. I was fucking shitting bricks, but I held the trade all the way through this. Ended up boosting into my direction. I'm managing my risk, managing my stop up. As soon as price put in this SMT with these highs up here, I moved my stop to break even because we could very well just leave an inverse right here with these highs and then shit off, because price at all-time highs is just completely wonky and does whatever it wants. So I was in break even by the time this SMT was put in. Still pretty confident price was going to go higher. Very confident that we put in the low of the day right here. Taking out this London and equal low, putting in a super high time SMT at lunch lows. Let me explain exactly how you manage your stop loss with order flow. So right here, price is respecting out of this. Boom. We get a closure. We get a closure above this swing high right here. Price closes above it. That's when you move your stop loss up to these lows right here. These lows, the very bottom one. This is a sponsored low now. Now that this level has been closed through, what do we get? Another fair value gap. Price taps into this fair value gap, closes up out of it. We get a closure over this high. I know obviously there's wicks above it, but this closure right here over this high confirms an order flow continuation. So now you move your stop up to this low. Keep in mind, this stop is still in profit, so I'm still on a risk-free trade here. This is where it should have been. However, I moved my stop all the way up to like right here because this was a plus 250 in profit, and that would have got me fully break even on the whole day. What does it do? Comes down, just barely touches, just barely fondles my nutsack right here under these lows, and then hits the fucking Drizzy Diddy Drake handle right through my take profit. Unfortunately, I made a poor decision, didn't follow process, and I paid the price. Luckily, we scraped out the day, completely break even. Hopefully this was helpful. Like, subscribe, comment, whatever you got to do, and I will see you all in the next video.